fans, and welcome to our Coach's Corner for November 1st. Chad Jackson joined by head volleyball coach Will Condon to talk about the Pirates' pair of Peach Bowl Conference wins last week, as Armstrong has reeled off 7 straight now, heading into the last week of the regular season. Coach Condon, he picked up 2 5-set wins this week on the road at Lander and at USC Aiken. Talk about the Pirates' 2 wins.
First, our Lander match, playing on the road in Peach Bowl was always difficult. So going to Lander, we knew that we were going to have to play pretty sharp. We made a pretty significant change to our defense on Thursday, and we knew that that was going to take some adjusting in match play. But I thought our players did a great job of stepping up to that challenge, and I think over the course of the 2 matches, it made a difference in how we played. I thought Lander played very well. I mean, we certainly had to fight for every single point in every single game. The first 4 games were all decided by 2 points or less. Could have been anyone's match in 3 or 4. Fortunately for us, when we got to game 5, we were able to kick it up an extra gear, and Megan did a great job rattling off 7 straight points to start the game. Really set the tempo for us.
You went to USC Aiken, and against the Pacers, you kind of dug yourself into a little bit of a hole. Talk about the come from behind as you were down 2-0.
Well, Aiken is a very, within matches, they're very up and down. They can have great individual games and then some pretty bad games, pretty back-to-back. So we knew that even in game 1 that they were playing really well. We were not playing well, and we knew that if we weathered the storm, hold on, keep our heads up, that, got back into it, there was still a chance that we could turn it around. Game 2, I thought we played better. Aiken still played very well. In the 3rd game, we were able to crank it up a couple notches and dictate some more of the control of the match with our serving and our defense and our block. And then we were able to sustain that in game 4. There was one run in game 4 where it was 10-6, and one of their middles rattled off. He was a great server. Mortensen rattled off 4 straight points to make it 10-10, and that was a real turning point for the match, because we knew that we've been playing with a lead for the last game and a half, and now we're back to even, and for us to turn around and jump back out to another lead was pretty big for us to break that serve. And then in game 5, we got out of lead. We're able to sustain it pretty well. Got to 14-9, backed off a little bit, but we're able to finish out the match. It was an impressive, both were impressive matches from the sense that we've been asking them to fight for matches all year, and those were 2 real matches that they really did fight for, from beginning to end against Lander, and then with our backs to the wall against Aiken. We're at a point where we had no other choice but to fight to win, and we were able to do that. So we were very pleased with that.
7 straight wins now. You're 17-11 overall. So I have to ask the question about possible region contention. You have not been ranked in the region polls. A new one will come out this week. You have the possibility of 6 matches left in this season. Is there a number you're looking at possibly to get the Pirates where they be in consideration for an at-large berth?
Well, there's 2 numbers. There's the guaranteed number, which is win them all, especially in the conference tournament, and then there's another number where we feel like if we win a high percentage of our matches, then I think that we have a chance to squeak back into the top 10, and then it's just going to depend on, we're going to be at the mercy of what some other teams do, which can be a little scary, but unfortunately that's just the situation that we're in. All we can do and all we have done for the last 3 weeks is win. So, our players are responding the way they needed to, but we still have a ways to go, and one loss, when we went over this in practice last week, one loss to anyone will hurt us significantly. So they're all important. Some people think that, you're playing the last place team or the first place team, which one is more important? They're all important. So they've accepted that, they know what they have to do, and it's just a matter of getting the job done.
Now this Wednesday you host first place Flagler, and then you go on the road to play at Francis Marion and at UNC Pembroke to finish up the regular season. Talk a little bit about those 3 matches.
I think that against Flagler, we're going to have to play a very crisp and sharp match from beginning to end. One of the reasons why we changed our defense a little bit was to help us in that particular match, because our defense just didn't match up the way that they run some things, and it was important that we put ourselves in better shape to be able to defend some of the things that they do. And it just so happens that some of the other teams that we play do a similar thing, and it was helpful for the rest of the year. They have a very sharp offense. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They don't make a lot of mistakes serving. They don't make a lot of mistakes hitting. They don't make a lot of mistakes, period. So for us to win, we have to make even less mistakes. That's not something that we've really been able to do consistently, but it's something that we are capable of. So it could be one of those matches where it's just who wants it the most, and we'll see what happens.
Then you hit the road for those last 2 matches, and I said end of the regular season. It's actually the end of the conference season, because you'll have one more home match next week before you host the Peach Bowl Conference Tournament. So, Coach, good luck this week.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you next Monday after the Pirates play 3 in the league this coming week.